Say yay again.
Yay. Yeah. Oh, hey.
Professionals all the way around. Okay, yeah. Sorry, go again.
All right, well, my name is Angeline Saris, and I play the bass. I don't know. I mean, is that? I feel like that's not that exciting. Like, am I supposed to say more?
It is exciting, and later we'll ask you where people can find you and your site and things like that. Okay. So those will all be the kinds of things. Okay. Bass lady.
Yes. Me?
I was saying, well, whoever.
Everybody?
Everybody's like, who, me?
Right. I'm Brenda Michelle, or that's what I go by. I have my maiden name on the caption there.
Heard.
But yep. But I play bass among other things. I have an Ibanez and a couple other stuff.
A couple other stuffs?
Yeah, a couple other stuffs.
So how many basses do you have?
Wow.
I think about 5.
Okay.
The main one is the Ibanez. I play an Ibanez.
All right. Nice. Are you a 4-string? Or are there 5-stringers here too, or 4-stringers?
Yes, or I play 5.
I play 5.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, Ma Loose Finger. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, Mary Jane Morgan. We met at NAMM show, right? And then we're in the same NAMM show, ladies. So I play this heavy bass right here. This is the Ernie Ball. Yep, Stingray. How many basses I have? I have a lot. I buy bass every week. Every week I go out shopping for a new bass.
It's saying it then, because we're gonna post this. Okay?
Yeah. I've been playing bass for a long time. I enjoy every NAMM show. I enjoy every bass camp. And I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions about bass camp. When after we introduce that. So I play 4-string, 5-string. I broke a string, so I play 3-string. No, I'm only kidding. But I just love bass. But what I do for a living, I'm a bus driver. I'm in New York City. So when you come to New York, please hit me up because I will be there, front row. Love all the shows, love everything. And I have a bunch of questions for you when the question time answers. So when question time comes. Yes, thank you. Okay.
Awesome.
Shannon.
Oh, I'm next.
Yeah.
Sure. So my name is Shannon Barreto. I've been playing bass for about a little over 10 years. However, I haven't really been playing until outside, I guess, until very recently. So I joined a band called International Women in Reggae. And, it's been a joy ever since. It's great to be a part of a group of women who takes the youngest, a very young person under their wing and just, allows them to grow in their space. So I think for me, that's a blessing. And the fact that I was able to get this opportunity through me just posting videos online, it's incredibly humbling, and I'm just so grateful for it. And, I'm just growing as a musician ever since. The bass that I mainly play is a Steinberger 5-string. It's like a, I think it's like a travel bass. So I can use it for travel, but I really like the Fender. So I also have a Fender 5-string bass that I've used for many years, but it's too heavy for me to carry around. So I had to figure out an alternative. So the Steinberg is my main bass now.
Nice.
And you're awesome. I gotta tell you, you're awesome. I'll be watching your videos. You're like, oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Makes me want to quit,
No.
I don't say it.
No.
come back and quit again.
Do you guys do originals or do you do covers or what kind of reggae stuff do you do?
So we do covers, some originals, and we also do different styles of music. So international is kind of like a blend of different musical styles from R&B, funk, jazz. It's, it's challenging, but it's rewarding because we create our own arrangements of things.
That's awesome. Can't wait to check it out.
Thank you.
Yeah, Shannon, you be rocking. I'll be checking. You'll be like, what? Nice.
Right.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm super humbled by that. Really.
Very young, talking about 10 years. I've been playing for 10 years. I'm like, what are you, like 15?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm actually 25, so I'm a little bit older. But I'm really glad to get back into music again because I've been away from playing bass for 4 years. So it's kind of nice to get back into it. And I guess like once you're a musician, it never really leaves you. So you always come back to it sooner or later.
Oh yeah, my uncle told me one time, oh yeah, when you get that music thing out of your system. And I was like, are you kidding? I said, I would be a rock and roll grandma.
Right. Never leaves your system.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. Brenda.
Which one?
You.
Me.
Yes.
Well, hey, ladies.
Bottom square.
All right. How's everyone this evening? Sorry, I came in a little late because, I take care of my mama. She's 93 and she's awesome. Okay.
All right then.
Yeah.
That's a
So,
blessing.
yeah. So sorry. I'm going to apologize in advance because I'll be popping in and out, kind of, not too much, but just 1 or 2 times I'll pop in and out.
Yeah.
So, nice to see everyone again. Hey, I get to meet my namesake, Brenda Buford. How are you?
All right. You have a lovely name, by the way.
Thank you very much. As do
All
you.
right,
Right.
Come on.
All right. All right. So, Brenda Alderman. And I've been playing a long time, ladies. I've been playing, I won't say how long. I've been playing a long time. So I stopped actually for a little bit. I played all kind of stuff. I play some punk, I play some rock, I play some funk. I'm a funketeer. I'm a sound architect. And as you can see from my background, I like to do a lot of recording now and mixing and mastering. I'm not a songwriter. I'm an arranger, and I love to put things together and just make them dope, as dope as possible, And I love bass, always have. I remember when I was little. I don't know, my parents were playing a James Brown song and I just started humming and my folks said, what's that? Somebody said, you're humming the bass line. I was like, well, that's what's going on. That's what I hear.
That's what's up.
Right, that's what's up. So ever since then, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play that instrument. So I play it now and then. I don't play it a lot. I don't play out. I don't play with a group. People call me and say, Brand, can you play a bass line for me? And I'm like, absolutely. I do stuff like that, get a bass line working for me. And then I'll mix their stuff, and that's the fun thing. So awesome to meet you, Angelina. I hear a lot of good things. I'm like, ooh, all right. So
What kind of bass do you
pleasure.
play when you do play?
Well, right now I have a, when I first started back in the day, I had a 4-string, I started 4-string, I had a 4-string Black Guild, and it was my baby, and it had such a heavy, nice sound, because I was playing some, like punk rock, and it was awesome. And then I graduated to like a 5-string, I was playing some, I don't know, I bought like this no-name 5-string, because I just wanted to learn how to play a 5-string bass. And then from there, I went on. I have a Squire now by Fender. I'm like, I'm not going to buy a $2,000 Fender, although I'd love to, But I'm gonna go ahead and buy the Squire because they sound just as funky to me, And I stayed with the 5-string. I was playing with some people that they like to write music and that goes below that E. So I said, all right, I'll stay with the 5-string, but I'm gonna go back to the 4-string. It's just natural. It's just more natural. I mean, it's just it's a natural thing. I love 5, 4, whichever. I don't care. Yeah.
Brenda, Shannon, and me, Mary Jane, we're from New York.
Yeah.
So we're the New York team.
Okay.
And then the other Brenda, Cynthia, and Mary Lee is the Detroit crew. And we have a lot more ladies. They'll be coming in, I think, later. Zen and
yeah, Zen's supposed to be here.
Yeah, she's trying to get
Yeah.
in, but she's having technical difficulties.
Oh man.
Where's Zen from? Boston.
She's in Massachusetts now, way up there.
We're in Massachusetts. Yeah, so we're from over too. Yes.
Okay. All right, ladies. So
There's some
I'm gonna
there.
carry you around now.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Hope we're not too heavy.
Hey,
No, you're
hey,
not.
if we had two more people, we could be the Brady Bunch, do the Brady Bunch song.
Absolutely.
Good.
Squares,
Yeah,
exactly.
play it.
That's what I was waiting on.
Zen will be here. Zen is coming.
Then it's coming. She'll
Yeah,
be.
she's on the way. Okay, who didn't we hear from yet?
That would be
That would be you.
this lady.
Brenda?
Nope, me.
Yeah, you. Yes, you. It
That-
looked like you were
that
pointing
lady.
down at the other.
This
I'm
lady.
pointing at my name.
Right,
Yeah, well,
this
this-
lady.
Right there.
I know it's on the other side.
Here.
Yeah, it's on the other side.
That
Face
lady
lady.
right there. Okay. Well, what you see there is Bass Lady, but my name is Cynthia. I am born and raised in Detroit. I've been playing for I started out playing drums when I was 4. And I had to end up stopping that because the drum set went away because it wasn't mine. I started playing bass in 1970.
Hey. Nine.
I want to say 75, 76. But I stopped for over 30 years because nobody that I was around was doing music. So they were mainly into sports. So I ended up kind of going that way. And I ended up picking it back up. And I started playing for a couple churches. And yeah, I've been playing ever since. So for the past, I say maybe I'll call it 15 years. I've been back to playing. I have an Ibanez. Well, actually, I have 2 Ibanez. I have one short scale, one regular long scale. I have a Peavey. I have a Carlo Rebelli, and I have a Lotus 4-string, which I had converted into a fretless.
Yourself?
No. I had somebody else to do it for me.
I was like,
Yeah.
cool. Can you show us how? How do you take all the frets out?
Yeah.
That's
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish. But yeah, that's me and what I'm doing to make up the difference between losing my job because of the pandemic and not really playing at church right now because church isn't open still for us. I sell jewelry. Don't make it, but I sell it.
I was thinking you made all that. I was wondering.
No.
I was thinking those
Mm-mm.
nipple fingers. Okay. Well, it's
Oh no,
okay.
I wish.
Yeah.
Zen,
Yeah, finally got
Hey,
through.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
in time. Tell us
Just
a little about
fine.
yourself.
I mean, I'm stupid enough when it comes to high tech stuff, despite all the toys. That if there's one change in the system, it's like, okay, what next? And of course, it's not user friendly. So I'd sit there copying numbers down, copy them again. It used to be just one click does all. Now I got to, copy everything down, 6 times over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you made it.
So here I am, for better, for worse, richer, for poor, sickness and health, who knows? But
Zen just got from band practice, right, Zen?
yeah. I mean, practice as much as sort of auditioning the drummer, which I decided, no, he said he did the homework, and yeah, he sounded a little better than he did on Monday, but no. He does.
You just don't like him. You just don't like him, Zen. You just don't like
I
him.
mean, it's just, I mean, he doesn't have the foundation to be a good drummer.
Oh,
And she doesn't like him.
And well,
I
I mean, I was in a band with him before, and he was the reason why I quit the band.
Yeah, so a good reason.
That's
not to
hard.
let back in.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's hard.
And so, it's giving him the benefit of the doubt to, figure out if he's made any improvements since back when. And well, no, he hasn't.
Mm.
Well, tell us what you play.
I play
Oh,
bass,
playing.
as if that's anything new.
Well, do you have your bass there? Okay, I'll tell you what I'm
Yeah.
trying to play bass. I have 2 basses, not like the hundreds that everybody else has.
Uh-uh.
I have a Squire Fender, both 4 strings. Then I have this thing. I'm rewriting its history, so it's not sad for me. It's a Lady Luck. I can only find one internet thing on this freaking lightweight. I mean, I think it weighs a pound bass, but it's not bad. If I didn't have bad feelings about its history, I'd play it more. So maybe as I work through those issues, I'll play it more. Anyways, yeah. So I don't have all the fancy tools that I know some of these people have in terms of pedals and rigs and recording equipment. Like,
Apparently, it's not going to take much to get addicted to that stuff.
Oh yeah.
that's
very
well.
real.
Yeah, thank God the music stores aren't open right now, and I stay away from Sweetwater on mine. So
When you win one in a raffle, that's what starts the addiction.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, that was me. I won that pedal.
You won a pedal, then it's funny because the raffle I went to before, I won that orange one.
Yeah, where at?
It was at a sort of a little workshop in Albany.
Albany.
Wow.
And mine was in Detroit. Who was at Motown? Remember? Who was there?
Oh, I remember all right, because I was holding your tickets when you won.
Yeah. I was in the bathroom. I came out. She's like, "You won," and I'm like, "You gonna give it to me?" She was like, "Here." So happy.
what was it? A phaser? What was orange pedal? What was it?
Mine was a Aguilar Fuzzistor.
Ooh.
So I can. The best thing for it is for scaring the sound people. 'Cause if I kick that in, and it makes the sound system sound really bad. They think it's a bad connection somewhere.
Wait, we got
Drives
to
them
change the
crazy.
chord. We got to find the chord. We got to change the
Right.
chord.
Yeah, you got to change it out. You got to fix it. Got to, like, what is wrong with the bass signal? And they just go nuts, and I'm sitting there kicking a pedal.
Wow. Gosh.
Mine was Aguilera Great. It almost sounded like the old Frizz.
Yeah, what's it called? Great phaser.
Oh yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yes, great phaser. Yes. Yeah, I can't get it open. I can't change the battery, so I had to buy a battery pack to go on the back.
Oh
That was-
yeah.
That was the only thing I ever won, I think, in my life. I love that.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is my favorite. Yes. So hopefully they have base day, maybe. Well, probably not.
I'm
Because
really hoping too. And it's just like, by then, I mean,
me and Zig will come to Detroit.
oh
We-
yeah.
Look,
Yes.
I just hope the numbers are down so we can do anything.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Listen.
hoping too. I'm
Listen.
watching, right now numbers are looking pretty good in Massachusetts.
Yeah. New
Not
York.
in Michigan.
Yeah.
Not in Michigan. Sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, Michigan's coming down. I mean, it was
Yeah.
really rough a few days ago.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. It's coming down.
I'm going to get my vaccine next Friday. I didn't want to miss the show this Friday, so I said, I'm not going to go get my vaccine. But next Friday, I'm going because it's time to travel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting my second shot on Wednesday. And then I'm taking the rest of the week off just in case there are no side effects, because I hear that the second shot could be good for some doozies.
Mhm.
You know what? I had not a single problem, not one.
Oh, good.
You know
Oh,
what
good.
they say about that is
The older you are,
if you've had COVID, the symptoms the first if you're taking a vaccine with 2 shots, that
Mhm.
first
Yeah.
shot is gonna hit you because
Yeah.
this is like because your body's like, oh, okay, we recognize that.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. It's like, get it out of here.
Fighting it.
Neutralize it.
That's right. Neutralize it. It's fighting it.
Yeah.
So my first shot, I was like, in 24 hours, I don't even think it was 24 hours, about 14 hours, I was like, oh, where the Tylenol?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, fever, chills, boom, boom, boom. My second shot is next Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's just like my first shot. All I had were like heavy groggies that first day. That was it.
Yeah.
I hardly even felt the needle go in, to a point that a couple days later I was standing in the shower and I saw this blue band-aid on my shoulder. It's like, where did that come from?
My
Well,
shoulder
Al,
felt like a boulder was on it, and I felt it go into. I felt the needle. The needle was okay, but then I felt, with stuff going on. It was like, I was like,
yeah, my husband caught it right after he took the first shot.
oh,
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
And so luckily he's not a smoker or anything like that. So he didn't have lung issues, just, fatigue, body aches,
Yeah.
headaches. He felt really bad, but he could still breathe and, so now he's doing much better. He's back to work
Good.
now.
good.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah, that is good.
Velma.
Hi.
Welcome.
yeah.
Hi. I had trouble with the computer, so I had to come in a different room. So hi.
Yeah.
Oh,
at least you're
Good
here.
to finally meet everyone and
Right.
see all my sisters in the base world.
Yeah.
Where you from?
Say it again.
So tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm a Ford retiree. 30 years at the plant. I'm executive director for Operation Refuge. Have 3 sons. I'm a widow, 40 plus years. My husband died of cancer in 2014. Have 2 grandsons and a granddaughter. One grandson's about to graduate college. And then this person that's about to run and get right in the screen, she's here and she's 4. So
Hi.
Oh, hello.
but I've loved
Yeah.
bass forever. Like no, they don't want to see your puppy. Go. So bass forever, right? My brother's a keyboard player, and Reggie McBride, and people you guys know that played with him. And my dad sent me out the room, right? So I'm 66. So back in the day, the girls at my house didn't get to really play. So I did the contest. I was telling Reggie, who knows my brother and everybody, he lives out in Inkster where I live, about how I had always wanted to play all my life, but life happened. And I won the contest. So I have a bass guitar, and he told me about you all. Then Libby, because I'm on the board of directors for Wayne Metro, and Libby works there, and she was telling me about everybody. And she connected me with Lamont Johnson, who's now my teacher.
Wow.
So
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
yeah, so I'm pretty excited.
Oh, yeah. And then, of
Very
course, Libby just had that baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
She
yes.
had her baby.
Boy, he is too precious.
Isn't he
Yes,
though?
yes.
Yes.
So everybody's bass players that I'm looking at,
Yeah.
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
plays.
Try to play bass.
I'm a pretty new player. I forgot to say I grew up in Toledo, not Detroit. And Toledo
Oh,
is a miniature Detroit. Just so you know, it's mini Detroit. It really is. It's a lake
That's kinda
city.
a little
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm a fake
Yeah.
player. I'm a fake bass player.
What happened?
Fake. I'm a fake one. I have a 9 to 5.
Stop it, MJ.
MJ. Come on now.
Most
MJ.
of us have a 9
I
to
think
5.
most of us have 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
has
we all gotta do something. That's pretty
I
cool.
think there's only a couple people here that don't, and one we're going to interview, right? So
Yes. So let's get to the interview.
yeah. So
All right.
I'm having fun hanging out. I don't know.
I know, right?
You can't get off that easy.
So tell us what got you started in playing, the roadmap for you, of where you are now.
Well, first I'd just like to say it's so nice to like connect with everybody and just hear all of your stories. And I like connecting with the ladies and just creating community. I think it's special. So it's just nice. It's really nice to be here. Thanks for having me. So that being said, I guess I started playing like steel drums when I was in 6th grade. I was always kind of musical.
Wow.
And I kind of wish, actually, that's sort of on my list, on my gear list. Like I have too many basses, but like I have a lot of basses, but I'd love to get like a couple steel drums or something like that, because I miss that. That was super cool. But the school I went to, like stopped offering it when I got a little older. So I went into playing clarinet, which it wasn't really for me. And I think my high school band teacher knew that I was going to really get on his nerves if he didn't get me interested in something else. So he was like, hey, do you want to play bass in the jazz band next year? And I was like, yes, because the jazz band was to me like the holy grail of the school. I was just like, this is so cool. The music these, they get to make, and they were playing festivals and all sorts of stuff. So I started studying, and yeah, for my teacher, like he must have wanted to see if I was serious or not, because I think he gave me like ornithology from the real book and told me to go home and write like a walking bass line from it. And yeah, and I was like, okay, I didn't know that. I didn't really know that from Satin Doll at the time. Yeah. So
Oh my God. Okay.
Right.
Totally. So I think the thing I wrote was like, I wish I had it. I should go to my mom's house and see if I can dig it up. But I think it was like theoretically correct, but super unmusical. Like it really was not like not a pretty bass line, but it like, checked all the boxes or something. So he kept me as a student, which I think must have meant, that he saw that I was loving that. So anyway, that was kind of my entryway, and I played in the jazz band all through high school, and it was cool. We had a special jazz band. Actually, my drummer lives out in New York. His name's Jameo Brown, and he has an album called Transcendence that is just phenomenal, and he's an educator. And it's funny, like a lot of people from that jazz band continued to play music, so I feel like that was
nice.
That was special. Yeah, so I did that all through high school, and we like played on cruises with like Roy Hargrove and Joe Henderson and Les McCann, and I just sort of fell in love with, I think I fell in love with everything. I fell in love with the music, I fell in love with the culture, I fell in love with the stories, with the history of, and just like everything. And I feel like to this day, it's like I can put on certain albums, and you know how you have like a soundtrack to your life?
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, college is Al Green. Like high school is like, high school is like Ray Brown and I don't know, some big band stuff, and just Herbie Hancock and the Headhunters and all that. And I have different periods where I'm just like, that's what I listened to at that time. And that was just a special time for me of discovering music. So anyway, I did that. But I went to college and was always like a hobbyist, and was going to go was pre-law. I wanted to be a lawyer, and and I had an epiphany one day. I was in Berkeley. I'm out in California, by the way. I'm in San Francisco.
Okay.
Bay Area. So I was out in Berkeley, and like literally, I remember I was playing my first bass, which I still have. I'll dig it out if you guys want to see it. It's like a Music Man Saber. And I would like write chordal songs on it and just mess around. And I remember the sun broke through the clouds and like came in, and I just started crying. I don't know why. Maybe I was having a bad day. And I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be a lawyer. I think I'm supposed to be a bass player. And that was terrifying. Like, wow, here's a really secure thing, you know, or you're like lawyer, and here's this totally terrifying thing that I'm pretty average at, you know. And so I ignored that epiphany for a number of years, and I was pretty lost. Actually, I graduated college, I worked at law firms, I was miserable, like I would break out in pressure hives, and like I would cry in the bathroom. It was just really like, you know, when you just know you hate something like so much, you're so unhappy.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that. I was pretty lost for a few years, but then I would secretly collect music school pamphlets and stick them under my bed, and then at night, like when I go to bed, I take them out and like read them and kind of fantasize about going to music school. So yeah, and I won't give you the whole thing, but I'll tell you a couple more things that are kind of fun. But I moved to LA because I was pretty lost, and I was taking a community college class where you had to practice. You had to submit like a practice thing where you're practicing 80 hours a quarter, which for me at the time was a lot because I was a hobbyist. And it was funny, actually. You had to perform in front of the class, and I had the worst teacher of all time. She was just so miserable, and I played Victor's version of Amazing Grace, the harmonic version.
Nice.
And I played a piece I wrote, and I can't remember, I played something else. Maybe it was like Continuum, Jocko's Continuum. And at the end, I was so nervous, and she said at the end, she was like, wow, it's so amazing that you take yourself so seriously, considering the fact that you don't play a real instrument.
Oh,
Woo.
so wrong.
No.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I'm surprised that I kept playing after that, because that kind of broke me a little bit.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have broken a weaker person.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah, I definitely went home and cried after that one. And I wanted to write a letter, you know, being like to the administration, but I was too young and didn't take those kinds of initiatives at the time. Now I would have. They would have heard from me now.
The other thing too is that, I mean, probably at a time when women weren't supposed to know what's best for them. So the administration was like, oh, what's this young girl like? What does she think she is? We know what's best for her. Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I ran into that. Yeah.
So
I ran into that a lot in the suburb of Boston where I was raised.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I say I was raised there because I haven't grown up yet.
Me too. I hope I never do.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
I'm 67 and I have no plans for growing up.
That's right.
That's right. I saw a picture of today of Maxine Waters and
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Speaker of the House.
Yes.
And they're in their
Listen.
80s with their stilettos on. I said, okay, I guess 80 is the new 30.
That's right.
Yeah.
They were looking good.
They-
They're looking good, and they've got the brains of 80 years experience. So
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
they've seen it all. I mean, they were there for the civil rights movement. They were there for the they weren't quite there at the time when women got the vote, but I mean, they had to put up a lot of garbage afterwards.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We're glad you did it. I think resilience is something we all need to know a lot more about. And I think the stories are important. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
so you went home and cried, and then what did you do?
Oh yeah. So then I decided to go to there's LA Music Academy and Musicians Institute, and I went to like an open house there one day, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that people, it was like, oh, the bass lines of Jaco Pastorius, the bass lines of John Paul Jones, like Theory 2, all this stuff. You know, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this exists? Like, people just get to come in and study bass all day. And so they had a drawing where you could put your name in a hat, and it seems like a lot of people here are really lucky and won a lot of things. So I put my name in the hat.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Not me either. So at the end of the day, they, like, after you finished attending all the classes and everything, they had a performance, and then they drew names out of the hat for like a free year's tuition to this school. And I was like, oh my God, sign me up. I was on the edge of my seat, and they drew the names out of the hat, and I did not get picked.
Okay.
I am not lucky. I am not one of those people. So
Me either. But damn.
I drove home, and that was like the shift from like the epiphany where I was like, okay, music chose me. I am not going to be happy in this lifetime unless I just commit to this and start to like show up and make an effort to make this my career. And I couldn't afford to go to the school. So I moved home and moved in with my mom and took a job bartending, and I started playing gigs and just whatever I could take, like anything around town. And then, you know, everyone here knows how that goes. Like one gig turns into two gigs. You know, it's out, 2 gigs turns into 4, 4 turns into 8. You keep shedding, you keep working at it, and then, you know, and you just hope for the best. And so that's about my story. Here I am. Still doing the same thing pretty much, you know, just trying to learn to be a better player and keep, you know.
How long has it been so far since since that college or that class? How many years?
Yeah, well, I'm 42 now. I'll be 44
Okay.
next Friday.
Oh, happy birthday.
All right.
Happy
birthday.
Happy early birthday.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you. So I guess I moved back up here from LA when I was like 26, and I started taking gigs then. So I guess you could say it's been close to 15 years of nose to the grindstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whereabouts in California are you now?
I'm in the Bay Area. I'm just on the other
Okay.
side of San Francisco. Yeah, like San Rafael.
Oh, I love it there.
Nice.
Yeah.
What base is that behind you? That's a Fender?
This is my main baby. This bass was actually stolen and came back to me.
Wow.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, this is a Fender Jazz American Deluxe FMT, flame maple top, and yeah, I actually saw it in a store and was like, played it, and I was like, oh, I love this bass. So I went and bartended. That was when I was bartending for 6 months, and went back. It was still there, and bought it. And
it was for you.
And, yeah, so this is my main baby. I'm gonna have other babies, but this is my main.
Yeah. Oh, I know it's like having a sort of main baby or a main man.
You know,
I don't know
so
anything about
funny.
that, but
We need to
I had some guitars stolen from me, and I just think about them all the time. You
I had a
know,
roommate.
it's funny.
Yeah.
Where were they stolen from?
Somebody took my stuff out of. They broke into the apartment.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's awful.
I had a roommate try to clean me out once so he could buy drugs. So I cleaned. I booted him out, and then of course I ran into Michigan's parasite laws, as I call them, and I can't put up with 30 days of being robbed blind constantly like this. So I booted myself out. That's how I ended up back in Massachusetts.
Oh.
I mean, I was lucky that I was already half owner of the house I'm in, because it was left to me and my brother by our mother. And so I called my brother one day and said, how would you feel if I moved into the house? He said, do it.
Yeah.
So a few months later, I was in this house.
So
and I've been here, almost 9 years.
Sweet.
Well, it's
good.
But I had never got to see the basses again that the roommate
That was
stole.
stolen, yeah. But that's why I want to ask Angelina. So were you playing? Were you playing out when it was stolen from you? And then how did you get it back? Because that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was playing at a club in Santa Cruz called The Catalyst, and we were loading out, and I was inside. I was signing autographs, but I was like signing anyway, we got to sign stuff after the show sometimes, and it happened to be one of the better shows. So, but yeah, they were loading out all the gear, and I guess during the loadout, somebody just kind of was like, and I'll just load this out for you.
Yeah. I loaded out into my car. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But fortunately, you know, we have such a nice network now with social media and stuff to kind of post things. And so pictures of that bass were everywhere, and we posted stuff all over, and they found it in a forest, literally. And this is where I'm like, this is kind of shady, but I think this young couple that was living out of their car said that they pulled off the side of the road to like use the bathroom and saw the bass sitting on a hill in a forest, is the story. Oh. Now you tell me what that sounds like.
the story.
All right.
But I didn't care. I got the bass back. It was damaged, actually. It wouldn't play. So it was really interesting. Like from the 15th fret but I actually have a video of this. I should post it at some point. It was like, it's so weird. I don't even know how this works, like just scientifically, but like if I played this fret and then the next fret, it was like a major third instead of a half step. And then every note after that was the same. And then it was all like variations of that from here up. So there's some kind of bend and water damage from like here to here that, I don't know, that did something. But the guy that I took it to was able to dry it out and like make it so it works.
Wow.
Wow.
If Pam
lovely.
was here, she would be able to tell you exactly what happened. Pam
Yeah.
is another bass sister that she's totally technical with all the gear.
Oh,
That-
cool.
Text her and tell her, come on.
I was expecting her to come on.
She asked how long we were going to be on, so I don't. She might have been en route
Mhm.
from work. Let me see if I can see where she is.
Does that bass have the double batteries, 2 batteries in it?
Double active. Yeah.
Yes.
You have that too, or?
I do.
Yeah, but I let Marcus Miller sign it. Like that was
Nice.
dumb. So now I'm scared to play it because I keep like, if I play it, I wipe his name off a little, and I'm like, no, I can't. But
Put some laminate on top or something to like,
Yeah,
some what on it?
like
laminated.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, will you play for us? You
Yeah.
be sure to, yeah, please play something.
You know, I mean, I didn't know that was part of it. I wish I had kind of known. I would have set up some cool pedals and like done
No,
some-
you don't,
Whoa.
you don't have to, but we'll be thrilled with whatever you play, I think.
This is
Very
true. This is
excited.
true.
Your
Yeah,
question,
true.
Joe. You know Ralph Armstrong, right?
What was that?
Ralph Armstrong.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I got to meet him at the Warwick base camp. And yeah, go ahead.
No, like he's what is he to Detroit bass players, Bradley?
What is he, what? Well, he is hysterical, that's what he is, and it's hard
Yes,
to get
he
him to
is.
not, it's hard, he never is quiet, you can't like do a Zoom if he's in it, and nobody else gets to talk. And his story about getting the COVID test, oh my God, it still cracks me up, because he said he had to go get a test early on. Did you hear him say this story? And he's
No,
like,
I had never heard this
he's like,
one.
the woman put it up my nose, and she twisted and twisted and twisted, and I said, do it again. Do it again. That's the closest I've gotten to a woman. I'm like, oh God. That's
Oh,
Ralph.
he's a character.
Yeah, that's Ralph.
Yeah,
That's
he's
Ralph.
he like the administrator of Detroit bass players.
I don't really know
I'm
who's
not
the
sure.
administrator.
So,
What's
Huh?
his
I mean, he's sort of the epitome of living bass players out of Detroit now, and between him and Ron Carter and a few others. But
No, I mean, right, Cynthia? Of this
no,
group,
I don't think he is. No.
Detroit bass players, him and Reggie Kenny.
Ivan and Reg. I think Reg a lot. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I knew he was in it though.
Yeah, he's just a member. But he's not.
Yeah, he does a lot of the interviews in the basement.
Yeah, he does and brings in people. And
I
he's
thought
kind of a presence and a force.
yeah,
the question is,
of course, for sure.
yes, Angelina, you and Ralph did a project together or something with your uprights or
No, we did. I wish. No, we played we've both been Narda's bass players. So like Narda, he played with Narda in a number of projects.
Right.
And I've played with Narda in his original project like the last 7 years. And so, but I don't think we collaborated unless I'm forgetting something. I would remember that.
Yeah, you didn't forget.
you both had the same upright. It's something about the upright.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, well, so let's see here. There we go. That right there. Can you see that orange thing?
Yeah,
Here.
pretty.
I'll bring it over
Sweet.
closer.
Yes, bring her close, please.
Yeah.
So this I got to custom design this Warwick. There you go, and kind of see this thing.
Wow.
I like really love classic cars, especially that kind of muscle car super sport series. And I always think like someday if I have time, it feels like you never have time, but if I have some time, like that, I'd love to learn how to wrench on cars and like work on like a muscle car. And, I don't know, sit under the hood, my wife beater, I don't know, listen to music, do something in my day off, like drink.
Oh, hey, you should go to Detroit for that.
Yeah, you really need to come to
I
Detroit.
mean, Detroit
That's
is
sweet, yeah.
That's where they're.
I would love to come to Detroit.
That's where those cars
Yeah,
are
me too.
born.
I'm gonna be looking all you guys up for sure.
We need to organize a base day.
That is sweet. That is
Yeah,
really
Yeah,
nice.
that is
Let's hear a little bit of that.
Right.
Well, this is not even plugged in. This is but this is the Super Sport right here. So anyway, that's it. It's got a little thing to brace it against your body. It's kind of hard to play without that, but
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But
That's
anyway,
great.
that's the idea. I'll play that one for you. So he has a Warwick upright. He's like the Warwick man. So that's,
Mhm.
that's the connection.
I had the same.
Nice, real sweet.
very sweet. Wow.
Yeah.
Belma, are you enjoying this?
I'm on mute, but yes, I feel so fortunate to be with you
We have
ladies.
we have a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I
fun.
wondered because I was seeing the feeds and I was like, how do I get on? How do I get on? So thank you.
Do you guys do this
Thank
every
you.
Friday, or how often do you do this? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay.
This is once a month.
Once
Yeah.
a month. Okay.
More or less.
Yeah.
Tell us
Because there's a minute there, it looked like we might have it like twice this month, but that didn't happen.
Let's see.
yes. Can you tell us about your pedal board?
I can. I'll show you.
I'm waiting to hear that Fender Jazz.
Yeah.
Maybe I probably shouldn't do this because it's something I just tracked last week, but I'm kind of stoked on it because it's this like, this, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let me see here. It's like double thumbing line. Is that like cutting out or is it weird? Is it too loud?
It's okay.
That's there. It's not
okay.
cutting out here.
Yeah,
It's a
playing
little
on Zoom is tough. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
still working on the techno toys to make it happen. But
Yeah, I would have like plugged it in direct if I didn't know the playing was, I didn't know I was going to be playing. So,
All right, do it. Play some more.
that's like this little funky ditty that I'm just doing, and it's got this kind of disco beat. Yeah.
Do me a favor and bring your camera down just a little bit so we can see what your right hand is doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank
So
you.
that's-
oh, right.
Right. Right. That's all the double thumbing.
Yes, that's what I was checking.
Wow.
I like that. I like that technique. All right, here's
Yeah.
Pam. She said
Pam
she
is
was
coming
getting on.
into the
She just
room.
got in.
That's nice. That's very funky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very.
Wow.
Yay.
Yeah, that technique is bumping, Angelina.
How are you able to
Yeah.
get that technique down, actually?
What was that?
How are you able to get that technique?
Oh, you know what I started doing? I think, let's see. What's the Larry piece? Let me see. Oh, I know. I Want to Take You Higher, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Larry Graham.
Right, because that's all that Larry stuff. So I think I just sat there and was like, it's a combination of like muting with the palm so it's not all ringing, and then like,
Right.
and then I just think I just sat there. It's a good question. I think I just tried to get the right tension on the upstroke because that's
Right.
the hard part. The down, if you
Oh,
slap,
yeah.
Right.
if you slap, that's
Right.
easy enough. But it's the up that,
Bringing it back up. Yeah.
yeah, to get that to do the right thing,
Yeah.
like and then also accenting. I think accenting.
Yeah.
And you can, like, the one thing that I have fun doing is either accenting the downs, like the ones, or accenting the twos and the fours, right? And like doing both, like, right, the twos or just the ones.
Yeah.
And then just doing the whole Larry thing of like, but taking that motion and doing it with the thumb.
Yeah.
I don't know if that answered your question at all, Shannon.
Yes, it
No,
did.
it did. It did.
Yes.
It did
It's
definitely.
just something to practice.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's fun too because it feels so good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, I'm late.
Hey,
Just got
Pam.
my
Hey,
hair
Pam,
did.
how you
Hey.
doing?
Sick.
I
Hey.
walked in just in time for Larry Graham.
That's right.
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 What's up? How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. It's Friday.
Yes, thank God. TGI.
Yeah. Now, you know, I have gas. Yeah. Angeline, what kind of bass is that? That looks like, what kind of bass do you have?
Before you begin, Angelina, this is what I was talking about. This is Pam. This is our techie. Not only she's awesome bassist, but she's the techie bassist, and she's gonna tell you all about your bass. Go ahead.
Oh, great. Pam, we have questions for you.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, no, this is my main baby, which is my Fender Jazz American Deluxe FMT. Yeah, I know. Pinky up. But I was telling them that actually this bass was stolen about 5 years ago and then found in a forest and had all this water damage. And it was like when you played a half step, it would actually be a major third. And then after that, up here, it would just play the same note. And each string was like a different, it was all weird. And I took this guy, Gary Brower, who I think he dried it out and
Yeah.
I don't know, did something else to it, but now it plays okay. And they said, you might be able to shed some light on what the hell happened.
Well, you just twisted my face just saying that. You should have kept it that way and got another bass. That would have been a unique sound. No one would ever be able to compare. She looks like she's doing this way, and wait a minute, that's not what it is.
Right. How could you
You've been in
make
a class by yourself.
What was
The
that?
best thing I said, you've been in a class by yourself. But the only, just off the top of my newly done head, the only thing I could think of is, you know how when you know the fact that the tuning is not perfect. Bear with me, y'all know I'm long-winded. But I think because the way I'm trying to put this very, very succinctly, it sounds like your neck was warped, being in the middle of a forest, and it throws off the tuning. Like even
The
without,
intonation.
yeah. And yeah, I wish you had pictures or video of that because I am just really curious.
I think she does.
I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it somehow it warped where, where you're fretting. Like, okay, if
Hey, you know
everybody,
that
if you
wood
have a
was
bass,
done.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a story right there. That should be on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Right.
But whether you have a fretted or a fretless bass, where you put your fingers is where you hear the pitches. Now with a fretless, without the frets, you can slide, you can slur the notes like a violin. Sounds like with your neck, somehow it totally twisted that. Like I said, I have never heard that before in my life. That is so unique. And I would love to see you post a video if you have anything about that, if you have any sound on that. But yeah, but I'm glad that you were able to get your bass back and
Right.
and get it fixed, because most people have been like, get another bass.
Oh, it was terrible. I felt like I got an arm chopped off or something. It was really sad 3 weeks. But yeah, I'll find the video and I'll post it. I kept it somewhere on my phone, so I'll do it. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
You'll hear it now first. It'll be the Saris tuning.
Yeah, exactly. Atonal, weird.
Truly.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Cool.
good to see everybody here. Everybody, hello, Miss Loosefinger.
Can we see your pedal board?
Oh, well, that's what I was gonna do. My pedal board's actually in my unit outside my storage unit, but I can show you some of my favorite pedals, which I have in here.
Ooh.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
And Z, I was reading some of the storyline about the rehearsal.
Oh,
Yeah.
that drummer?
Yeah.
He's done. He's not in the band.
Wow.
Zen didn't want him in the band anyway.
Well, I didn't want him in the band at all, but today's audition confirmed what I've been thinking all along. It's like, okay, he's done. He's out.
How long was he playing?
I mean, he he tagged along with another bandmate last week.
Okay, but how long has he been
And
playing drums? Because it sounds
I
like,
don't know. I mean, he says he's been playing decades. I was in a band with him maybe 4 years ago and absolutely hated his playing. And I
wow.
was kind of, you know, like, okay, I mean, there's always room for improvement. I know when I first started playing, I mean, I was hitting bandstands maybe before I should have been hitting them, but I made an effort to, you know, get my act together. And a couple friends of mine were a huge help in helping me sort out what some of the problems were.
Mhm.
So once I was aware of just what was going on, I made a point of practicing, you know, playing with a metronome, blah, 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 and you know, getting my own issues under control. This guy doesn't seem to have the sense to even realize he's got issues.
Was that a rim shot?
It's like asking for a rim shot, or rather, I mean, sometimes we might throw some humor around in the band room, and you think that any other drummer would throw a rim shot at that point. We have to tell him, hey, where's the rim shot? The guy is just totally clueless, more ways than one.
Wow.
He's not gonna watch this video, right? So I don't have to cut all that out. We're just gonna let everybody and the whole website know how awful he was and how
Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, I shouldn't see. I just put my foot. See what happens when you let me in here? I cause trouble. Oops.
Oh no, that's all right. That's why I'm not mentioning his name. I mean, I've already there's a Facebook group called Gigs from Hell, Funny Gig Stories, and I've written it up as the rehearsal from hell. And it's one thing. Okay, band leader wanted to give him one more chance, and with some assigned material. So okay, he came up with an assignment. I went down there to the practice today, or the audition, just to listen. And sure enough, everything that bothered me before was bothering me again, only this time I wrote it out in plain English. So there was no denying just what it was I was hearing. And there was one thing at last week's practice, band leader's girlfriend shot a lot of videos. And so of course I was asking band leader, hey, how do those videos come out? Oh, they weren't too good. Well, there was a reason for it.
He just flat out can't play.
He just can't play. I mean, he loves his drums and stuff like that, but he's got to. I mean, I figured if he played some open jams, maybe he'd get some hints. But no, he's not band material. Despite the fact he's been with this other band now since I left it 4 years ago. So that's the caliber of the band I left.
But it's to honestly say, I'll speak for myself. I won't assume.
Yeah.
But I think we all start at one, and I think I'll speak for myself. Lord knows I've hit some Q flats. And even as a professional, in one of the bands that I played with regularly, very renowned. Say again. Thank you. But when you're playing with a drummer who can play, I mean, she poked me with a stick a couple times. I'm just like, and this is like within the last couple of years. I'm just kind of like, and it made me do two things. It made me not like her for a second, but then it's like, no, she's right, because she knows I can play. Right. I had a lot on my mind at the time, still do, but it's like sit down and practice, and it's an encouragement,
And you have to be open to listening to criticism. We as musicians, we're very sensitive. So we don't want anybody really telling us anything, but sometimes you have to listen, because even if you don't agree at that moment, at least take it in and understand and try to understand and work with it and come back different.
And also with the sources too, because sometimes people just say that just to cut you down. And that's why some of you I know from my page, I'm not trying to self-promote there, but just that's one reason why I created the space, because sometimes in the genders, some genders won't receive it well. And sometimes it's meant to, the criticism is meant with ill intent.
Yeah.
And that can make somebody throw their bass out the window in a second.
Yeah.
So the intimidation thing.
Thinking about that earlier.
It's definitely,
I
guess
that's a thing.
I guess for some, I don't know if it's just me personally, but sometimes the criticism from other groups, it's like, oh, because I'm female, they have to put me down even more just to humble me. And, you know, and I'm not, you know, I've definitely gotten a lot better with criticism because I've just only recently started putting myself out there 2 years ago. So I had to learn, like, people who are watching you, they can be much better than you. And you probably know what they're talking about. So sometimes you have to just open yourself up and realize that they're seeing things that you're not seeing in your playing. And there's a reason why they're telling you those things.
True.
Right. But
Yeah.
sometimes, you know, it's also kind of your job to know, okay, just because I'm having like a rough day or I'm not performing well, that doesn't mean that I'm like a bad person or I don't deserve to be a musician. And, you know, especially with all the talent that's out there, like sometimes you do get intimidated because it's like, oh man, like I'll never reach that level of skill or talent, or, you know, you have a really bad day and you can't, you know, you feel like, oh man, like that's it for me. I'll never be a musician again. Like, you know, someone told me like, wow, like you're a horrible musician. Like you can't play at all. But it's kind of, you know, unfortunately you have to reach inside of yourself and say, you know what, this is just one bad day. Like I can turn it around. I can use this as a fuel to do better, or, you know, take my planes to the next level. You know, I'm just kind of rambling, but a little bit.
No, I mean,
all
you've
makes
got a lot of good points there.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
it's just, you know, the music industry is such a sensitive, it's such a personal endeavor in a lot of different ways, because you're always sharing parts of yourself, you know, with other people. And it can be tough. It can be tough because, you know, you're, you know, sharing yourself, and then some people may not really like it. They're like, oh, you know, you have certain things that need to be refined a bit more so I can finally get like where you're coming from. So, you know, it's always kind of important to, one, have confidence in yourself. I think that's really key. You have to know who you are, know that, you know, you are a musician and you love music for a reason. And two is that, you know, you'll never stop learning. Just because you have one bad day doesn't mean it's the end of the world. I have to tell myself that all the time. It's easier said than done, really.
Well, you have the wisdom beyond maybe your expertise right now, but I think I'll speak for myself. I try not to assume, but and just a little suggestion, just that when people start ragging on you, it's like, you know, everybody starts at 1.
Yeah.
Except for that 1% like Jocko and Michelle, you know, they started at 10 and kept going, but the rest of us start at 1. So, you know, if you don't want to listen to what I'm playing or whatever the case is, or you don't have any kind of good criticism, you might want to shut your trap.
True.
And you gotta be careful with that, because that person might be, you know, but at the same time, you at least within yourself, you already know that. And I'm so happy that you know that. You know, I just embrace that, because there are gonna be some days.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because it's unfortunate that we as women get underestimated a lot.
Tell me about
it. You can be in a band and they don't expect you to know what you know.
Right.
And then sometimes I can, you know, I have to assume a certain demeanor in order not to come off like some, you know, bitch or something, you know, to tell them, oh, could you slow down, drummer? You know, so because he's speeding the song up. You know, you can't play funk at a certain speed. You zap the funk right out of it. You play it way too fast.
Right. Sure.
You know, so they don't think we know things sometimes, and we have to, you know, we just have to be very polite in how we approach our suggestions.
I was never really too polite with it.
Yeah. And that's
I
when
hear
you,
you,
of course,
I hear you.
Yeah, when we're doing our thing, you know, we do what we want to do. But sometimes when you're in an organization that's male dominated, sometimes you do have to be a little more reserved in a sense. Sometimes,
right?
Because it's you know, it's misogynistic, you know. And we just have to, you know, help them to understand. And then you have, and it's not all male musicians. You have some male musicians that know, and they look at you and they'll be like, oh yeah, I know you're a professional. You know, they know how to point it out. You know, so you
and
have
shut everybody else up. They be like, oh.
Right.
So they can see what you know, not even just by observing.
Do you find that I mean, all of us, do you find that we have to put out maybe we have to be 4 times as good as our male counterparts to be taken seriously at all? 4 times as good, put in 8 times the work to get maybe half the gigs, if that.
I feel so, because I've come from, some of you know, come from a construction background, and you know, the guy who's about to retire, and I ain't a spring chicken, but you know, it's like the one who's the slowest, I gotta be twice as fast. And if it comes to choosing between me and them, outside of I will be an apprentice, not getting paid as much, they'll keep him. He'll be like they're shuffling along to do something. I'll be back and forth, but it's yeah, but you have to you have to take it with a grain of salt. Like, okay, this is gonna make me better. And like I said beforehand, there are gonna be times you want to quit, but you know. But I tell you, I want to hear I want to hear them pedals. I need some gas.
Oh, okay. And you know what? I'm
I need some gas.
I'm just gonna throw in there that at this point in my life, I just want to fight for other people. So Angeline, please tell me that woman's name that you had as a teacher, because I'm gonna freaking call her tonight. No, don't help me out, but I'm gonna call her and tell her what I think of her.
I got a whole school you can call then.
I will. I use my.
What I miss.
We'll fill you in on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, Angeline.
Okay, pedals.
I will say, I'm glad I don't remember her name. And the other thing, just to kind of pipe in on what everyone was saying, like, I always say to question the source. Like, people who are at the top of their game, who are doing well in their career and stuff, they don't hate. Like, you don't really see Bootsy or Jeff Beck or people like that spending their time, you know, going on leaving haterade on people's YouTube channels and stuff, because they don't have time for that. They're too busy just doing their thing, you know. And so I'm always like, why is this person taking time to do this? And it's usually, and then that to me is the like question the source thing. And it's like, well, you're just insecure, you know, or you're just like, you're in your spot right now where you need to assert this level of like, oh, I know more than you, or this and that. And then I'm like, you just showed all your cards. You know, you just showed me where you're at. And like, I don't know, that's what I always try to think, because it's hard, you know. I mean, I wish I was invincible to that level of stuff, but I'm not. My feelings get hurt too, you know. But I try. That's my thing that I do. Okay, I'm having dinner with my sister at 7, so I'll show you guys a couple things, and then I'm probably gonna run in a sec. But
thanks. Thank you.
But this is my, like, one of my new favorite pedals. Let me see here. I plugged it in, so I'm trying not to rip everything out of the wall. It's the Future Impact. Hold on, let me see if I can hold this up. The Future Impact 1. And it's so fun because you can change the different banks, which is that first number, and then you can change like each sound within that, and then roll off the parameters for different attack and release and different things. And I spent like, I don't know how many hours Saturday morning just like kind of getting in the zone on this thing. Keeping track of the numbers and stuff. But I'll just play a little bit of like this one patch. I'll kind of float around. And I'm sorry if the sound is not good. Like I said, I didn't plug direct in. So let's see here.
I like it already.
Right?
I like it already.
It's kind of nasty.
Dope. Continue.
Oh,
What'd you say, Brenda?
I know, right?
Absolutely dope. Continue, please.
Yes.
And then if you're up here, kind of
Phaser.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
May I have some more, please?
What was that?
May I have some more, please?
And the thing,
And that's just one setting.
that's just one setting. I'll show you a couple of the other ones, but I also, what I'll do, I didn't do right now because I wasn't prepared, but I'll take my octaver, like I have an OC2, which is my favorite octaver, and I'll put that in front of it. And that's like,
love
I love it.
pedals. Yes.
that's
Yeah.
my extra nasty. Like, so that's what I think. The other one that I like, let's see here. Whoops, I hit the wrong thing. Hold on, that's not the one I want. I want the wrong one. Let's see here.
I'll take 2 of those.
Hold on. So some are more usable than others. You know how that is with these pedals. Like you have like 3, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Let's see. So I think 0. I go through here. 3, 5. Let's see. This is the one. No. Some of these just sound like a guitar. I'll play one that sucks, by the way, here. So I don't like that one so much.
See, that's a sample right there.
Yeah.
That's a sample for a beat.
I love all of them.
You do? Really? I don't know if they're translating through Zoom at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See,
So,
that's I know, that's Mary Jane right there. That's just, I'm gonna leave the room. Leave
Right.
for 30, 45 minutes.
Right.
Wow. Now, can you imagine that? Because Zoom doesn't seem to always pick up the bass, because, you know, we're the stepchild of the music industry. But man, like you could play that and just, we won't see you for like 2 Tuesdays, man.
I wish I could like warp one of these to everybody in the group and we could all mess around with the settings and check back in 5 minutes and be like, what number did you get? Because like, you know, there's, I mean, like 3 rows of columns and numbers, so it's like 1,000 different sounds, you know.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But that's been my most recent toy.
Could somebody put that in the chat? Because I know you're about
I was
to
gonna
give.
say, yeah. What is that again? Let me put that up.
Yeah, totally. It's a Future Impact 1. And actually, I think I should do a little more research on this. I'm sort of embarrassed, I don't know. But I think that the electronics are actually, like the person, I think it might be this. I think like somebody who developed, it's not the Neutron. Like I have this Neutron too. But like, it's not this, but somebody who developed like one of the super famous pedals, like left the company and developed this. And like I said, I'm sort of embarrassed, I don't remember, but it's like, it's got some history behind it. I'll look it up. I'll figure it out next time. Yeah.
Hey, Brenda, what's the name of that again? Because I was trying to look it up.
Future Impact 1. I put it in the chat.
Okay. Oh, thanks.
All
It's
right, awesome.
amazing that so many pedals back in the day, you didn't have the choices, and bassists had even less choices. And now it's like, sky's the limit. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Can we come over to your house and play?
She found it.
And this is my other favorite combo right here. And actually, you know what? If you guys don't mind, I would love to plug it in and play for you. This one, was it you? Is it Zed? How do you pronounce your name again? Sorry, Zed.
I'm Zen.
Zen. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about like breaking the sound system. Like this is the one where you're like, oh, you didn't want your face today? Good. Yeah. But then combined with this, it's like, so this is my other favorite combo. If you give me a second, I'll plug it in.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. Plug it up.
Ooh, I can't
Plug
do just
it
in
up,
time.
please.
Yeah. And when you come to Detroit, bring all those with you.
Okay.
All the toys.
Yes.
Coming in the carry-on though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think I'm the only one that has not gone to the bass expos. I mean, you know, to the
What, NAMM?
NAMM. Yeah, I haven't been there yet.
I haven't been to NAMM either. I need to go.
No, I haven't gone to NAMM, no.
No, I never.
But the Detroit thing that you guys all seem to
Oh,
be.
Detroit Bass Day.
Yeah, I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking collections though.
Exactly.
Whenever we get off of punishment.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That person. Get the vaccine.
Base Day is kind of two things. One part is a bunch of performances, and the other one is just everybody gets in for a picture. Sometimes 100, couple hundred people in front of the Motown Museum. So
Well, I think half of the people here, that's why I'm like, I've seen her before, and I've seen her before, and I've seen you know, because I love the fact we have more women playing bass. But you know, it's funny how I just never gone. I used to go to the old ones. I'm here in New York, and so they used to have the expos here in New York until they became too expensive, and everybody went to Cali and what have you.
That's what I'm gonna ask you next, Angeline.
What?
About base camps in California, because I know you do a lot of base camps.
Well, I've done base camps in Germany, and yeah, I did that Warwick one a few years in a row.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Divinity Rocks goes to those too.
Yeah, she's endorsing
Well,
for that.
she's a Warwick artist, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is Ralph.
Yeah.
Ralph Armstrong.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's actually like, oh my gosh. I don't know if Hans is going to do it anymore because, you know, especially with the pandemic, I think everyone's kind of hurting. But man, if he does, like, I think that's one of the best camps to go to because you'll be like, oh, there's Chuck Rainey. Oh, like, you know, there's like all the people that I just
everybody's there.
obsess over my entire life walking by, and then they're all teaching classes, and it's like, I felt like a kid in a candy store.
I know.
Yeah.
They used to have a shop on here in New York, and I met Andy Irvine.
Oh, Irvine, yeah, Andy Irvine. Yeah,
and of course, when I started to really play and what have you, that's when the shop closed down. And my church was down the street. I'm just like, come on, really? But that's another reason why I go to Germany, because Germany, I'm into the as you know, the electronics and stuff like that. That I just you know, just stick a fork in me. I just be like, I'm done. Bye. Oh my God. All right, let's get some more gas.
All right. I'll leave you. Let's see here. So, like, here's normal tone, right? And then here's with just the black pedal, which is a Watson EY6 fuzz. Right?
Oh, yeah.
But then I put the phaser on.
Yeah.
And if you just play like a. So like, well, obviously I'm a Larry fan, but like Earthquake, you know. Right? And then he goes into the whole like earthquake part. Yeah. Right? That's like your whole Larry vibe right there.
Yes. All right. Yes and yes.
I kind of
This funk face, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know if that translated over. It just sounded like a bunch of gobbledygook.
No, but we can cut.
We can hear. Hey, we got you.
Yeah.
That cut
We heard it. We heard it.
Yes.
Cool. So anyway, that's my cool. Like this combo is like one of my favorites right here. Anyway, that's it. Yeah.
Very nice, Angeline. All right.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks so much for having me, you guys. I didn't know that this was like I would have not scheduled dinner with my sister. I wish I could hang longer, but
well, we'll do it again.
Let me tell you, if you say bass and women show up, because that's how I know many of the women here. And then when I started putting them out there, it's kind of like, oh, I thought it was like 1 or 2 people gonna show up, and they show up. Oh my God! But thank you for allowing me to come, and now I gotta look up those pedals like I need to buy any more pedals. But, oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah. So Angeline, are you on our sort of group conversation and Messenger land?
I'm not, and I was gonna ask, like, I'd love to connect with
you
on like in normal world and social media world and all that, just to like stay in touch.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, where can we find you, Angela?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, I'm on Insta. I think it's just my name, Angeline Saris. And then actually, if you guys want to put stuff in the chat too, I think this is my Insta or something like that. That's my name. And then that's pretty much where I am. I have two, Facebook's so lame. Like I had a fan page, but it's all messed up. So I have a regular page that's more my like, it's more where it works. So, and I have a website and a YouTube and stuff, but all that stuff. So I'm on there, but yeah, love. Will you guys post where you're at in the chat so I can like screenshot it and
Absolutely.
stalk you guys?
Oh, sure. We stalk each other all the time.
Yeah, it's
Please
really
do.
just a messaging system. So we'll find you on Facebook and just invite you.
Perfect. Okay, good.
Yes.
And make sure you tell your sister we said, hey.
Yeah.
I will.
I think I just added you to the messenger group.
On Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I forgot what mine is. Wait, hold on.
And then are you in the Detroit bass players group?
No.
Yes.
Oh, we got.
Yeah. You
To be added there
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I'm kind of bad. I'm like trying to be better with social media. Sometimes I'm get a little overwhelmed.
You need people. That's why I harass Brenda.
All good.
Brenda keeps me remotely sane.
Good.
And then Miss Loose Fingers, I swear, I look up and there's more people joining the group, and it's kind of like, yeah, she's on the roll. She's on the roll.
Yeah. Yeah, no joke. Awesome.
And I'm telling you.
Also another event, I don't know if they have it, what they have on social media, but Black Women Rock.
Okay.
That's definitely a show as well. It's every March here in Detroit. They didn't, I don't know if they had it this year.
I think they did.
Yeah. So, but every March, and it's definitely a great show.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Where are you, Brenda? I'm sorry, Brenda Buford. Where are you?
Where am I? I'm in the Detroit area.
Okay, man, I gotta do Detroit.
Yeah, we gotta. It's a road trip for sure to Detroit. We gotta do it.
Come on.
And Zen and I do Joe Beasley's bass boot camp in Philly.
Yeah.
And John Lehman, he comes. The guy who interviews you for bass players only.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he comes to our bass camp in Philly. So we're gonna meet you in Philly. Maybe one day Joe Beasley be able to invite you out there.
The other thing about Gerald Beasley is that we also get some pretty good superstars there. Like we had Chuck Rainey there a few years ago.
Ooh.
And Divinity Rocks. And
Mike
Pope. And Nick West. And
nice, all of them.
Oh yeah, it's just like
Angeline, I just followed you. I'm sorry.
Nick West.
She was there, I think the year before I started going there or something. I just saw I saw her listed as one of her past faculty.
And this year you got Stanley Clark.
Yeah. But with Marcus Miller, he was there.
Yeah. We had some heavy hitters, but I will be there this year. So tell Stanley not to come until next year when I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have some good ones. Ariana Cap's gonna be there.
Yeah. I met Ariana Kapp at a workshop in Burlington, Massachusetts, of all places, just 6 miles where I was raised.
Wow.
And my dad still lives in the Boston area, so I went out there for the workshop, and of course, I knew exactly where it was, and just went straight up there and got talking a bit. It's just like, these are my old stomping grounds. It's not something like this is so good. It's not supposed to happen in a place like this.
Really? Can you do a screenshot?
Oh yeah, I gotta do a screenshot. Everybody has to be happy, right? Okay. Okay. I'll do a couple. So Zen leaves. There she goes.
No, wait a moment. I'm just
wait. Let me get the bass. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Gotta get that coordinated. I can't
I'll be back.
How many bases take a picture?
I just
Get the light bulb.
I'm just gonna.
What's base lady? Where she go?
Because I can't do it.
Oh, okay, there she is.
Wait, we missing Shannon.
She went to get her base.
She's getting a base probably. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
everybody's
there she
getting
is.
their base. I'm not getting my base. All right.
Where it is. Oh,
Grab your base, Verna.
I'm too
okay,
far.
all right. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple. All right, 1, 2. Oh, you can't even hear me. I just realized. I'm gonna do another.
Right, I was like, what?
Gonna do another one.
Got him?
No, I'm gonna do another one. Hang on, I gotta put numbers on them. I'm not that good. Okay.
No, you're better than we are. You know?
Take one too.
Yeah. Okay, I've got to replace them. Okay, I'm gonna take another one. Get out of there.
Yeah, I'm trying to
All
this.
right.
There you go.
What are you doing? Talk about technical savvy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, that's
I heard
Okay.
it.
I heard it that time.
all right. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna leave you guys. Awesome to connect, and I think I'm on the chat now, so I will say hello.
Yeah, you're definitely in the chat.
Yeah. Thanks.
Find us all on Facebook and friend us so we can follow you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
yeah, because we're all on
Yeah, she's in the chat, so we can all follow. Okay, excellent.
awesome.
I'll come.
And I know,
Okay.
like I said at the beginning, I know it says Brenda Buford. That's my maiden name. I go by Brenda Michelle. So most of my stuff will be Brenda Michelle.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
And
Okay.
I don't even think, I think I go by B Love mostly, but Brenda A. Alderman.
Okay.
you have so many names, Brenda. I'm just
do.
like,
It's ridiculous.
I'm just gonna put mine in the chat.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you for
And Janae,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Have fun at dinner.